In this video, I'm going to show you the processes I use to create one of my tartan lined stoles. This is just the hand sewing part, and it's condensed from about 5 hours work down into 3 or 4 minutes. Having done my embroidery, the next step is to press the pieces of fabric of the stole around a pre-cut piece of interlining. And I'm using a hot steam iron. The fabric that I'm using is a wool polyester blend. So I'm pressing up hard against the edges of the interlining, trimming it to fit so that there's no excess fabric, and each side is clipped in place with little clips. Then it's sit down in a comfortable chair with my back well supported and start the hand sewing. And I'm doing a herringbone or catch stitch all the way along both sides of both ends of the stole. I always start at the neck end and work down. Sometimes the thread catches on the clips, but it's easier than having to deal with pins sticking into my knees. It's particularly important when I get down to the bottom ends that I ensure that I've got sharp corners. Here I'm just trimming away 1 or 2 excess threads from the embroidery machine. But once all the herringbone stitch has been done, it's then a question of pinning the tartan in place. And it's a rather laborious job, but important to get it right, because I want to ensure that the tartan is centred on the stole. So I'll clip one side, and then I might have to adjust it slightly when I clip the other side. And I just work along the length of the stole until the whole thing's been clipped in place. But I don't fold in the ends at this stage because sometimes there's a little bit of travel as I'm stitching. Once it's all stitched, once it's all clipped, it's a question of just carefully hand stitching with neat little slip stitches all the way along both ends, choosing a colour of thread that matches the particular stripe of the tartan. Again, I start close to the neck of the stole and work along and work down to each end. And this is the finished stole.